Yeah. Yes, sir. What up, though? You kicking it with KCMC. This is From the Stands of a Sports Fan. My man, Pots and Pans. Let's talk about it. First topic we sliding into Plaxico Burress, former Pittsburgh Steeler wide receiver. His Super Bowl ring. Let me do the Roman numerals. Super Bowl 12 ring that he won with the New York Giants in 2007. No, that's not. Is that 12? 42, excuse me. Yeah, I don't know the Roman numerals. XL, 2 I's. Former Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver Plaxico Burress Super Bowl 42 ring that he won with the New York Giants in 2007 just sold for $280,600 at Heritage Auction. It is the highest ever paid for a Super Bowl player ring, beating out Lawrence Taylor's Giants ring from the Super Bowl. That's Super Bowl 25. $230,000 according to Darren Rovell of, what is that, Clicked Media. Plaxico Burress caught the game-winning pass from Eli Manning with just 35 seconds left to take down the 18-0 New England Patriots. It's one of the most iconic moments in Super Bowl history. On February 9th, the highest bid for Plaxico Burress, the Super Bowl ring, was just at $67,500. It ended up selling for over $250,000 at $286,000. Congratulations to Plaxico Burress for that one. Yeah, giving that Super Bowl ring up $280,000. That's pretty cool. Now, I'm not going to lie. You would think that a Super Bowl ring off of a player's finger, especially from an iconic moment like that, you would think it would probably sell for about maybe $1 million. Clearly, I'm thinking crazy because that's what I would think. I would think it'd go for $1 million, couple million or something like that. I would think a Super Bowl ring in general would. But that just goes to show the value of these type of items and things like that. So, the value is whatever we make of it, and apparently people decide the value is $280,600, and that's at an auction. It's probably literally worth about half of that, if that at all, to be honest with you. So that here's the thing about that though. Plaxico Burress selling his Super Bowl ring from Super Bowl 42 for $280,600. $280,600. This brings up the old question. Would you rather be a player that gets the money with no ring, or a player who lives or gets an average salary, but you get a ring? That's the real question that we asking right now. I still go with the get the ring, get the championship. It's more about your legacy. I feel like after you win a Super Bowl, you can do more with your name, your brand, your likeness, your image than you probably would if you got however much money after a certain amount of period. Who knows? I don't know. But that's what I would want. Especially if I make it to the professional league of whatever I'm doing in life. If I get there and I love what I'm doing already, I want to be known as the GOAT. Ain't no point in just being here getting the money at this point. Yeah, I want the money. I don't want to be underpaid, but I take them rings, fam. I'm going to take them rings. I want to be known as the GOAT. So, I think it's dope that he at least even had a Super Bowl ring to sell. Some athletes get down to when they need to sell their rings, or they want to sell their rings or need some extra bread, and they ain't got nothing to sell. So to have a Super Bowl ring to fall back on just in case, I think it's a great thing anyway. So what else you gonna sell of your apparel or of yours from football that's gonna make $280,000? A jersey probably ain't gonna do that. A football probably ain't gonna do that. You see what I'm saying? You can sell a whole uniform. You probably ain't gonna get $280,000. So to sell a Super Bowl ring and get over $250,000, I'll take it. I'll take a ring over the money at any time. That way I can pawn it and get the money at any time. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. We got another topic we're gonna flow through. The Tush push. Packers out here being Packers. NFL executive, vice president of football operations Tony Vincent said on Monday that a team has proposed banning the Tush push but did not identify which club wants to see the play out of the game. Diana Rossini of TheAtlantic.com reports that it is the Packers. That's not a huge surprise, given past comments by their retiring team president, Mark Murphy, who wrote in his monthly column for the team's website that he is not a fan of the play that the Eagles have used as a reliable way to pick up short yardage for the past few seasons. He wrote that he was in favor of a rule prohibiting, quote, pushing or aiding the runner, end quote, on a quarterback sneak in the manner that the Eagles have done with two players lined up behind Jalen Hurts at the snap. Any rule change will require approval of 2014s, and it's not clear that that kind of support exists for a change to the mechanics of this play. It's also not clear that it will come to a vote at a league's meeting next month, as many proposed changes are rescinded before they even get to that point. Good. Packers, football president of operations, vice president, executive, whoever you are. This is why the Packers are not liked now. I don't like the Packers. As a Lions fan, I can't stand the Packers. And I don't know too many people who do like the Packers besides Lil Wayne and Simone Biles because her husband played for them. Other than that, the Packers suck ass. We don't even like the Packers. So for an owner or an executive of the Packers to come out and say some super soft stuff like this, it's almost on par. I'd expect that from a team that's in Wisconsin. Green Bay Packers, this once again proves that y'all got a horrible franchise over there. Y'all push out horrible players and Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, they got the accolades. But they're probably one of the weakest, most trash, corniest, cornball quarterbacks and players in the history of the game. Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. And then now we see that y'all got executives that's on that same cornball matter. So, with that being said, Packers, whoever this Diana Rossini of TheAtlantic.com, she snitched on you. She snitched on the Packers and said, yeah, them the ones, they don't want the tush push. Y'all complaining for a team that found a way to make it to the Super Bowl and win off of a play like that, which they did use in the Super Bowl as well. Bro, they've been using it for the past couple seasons. It clearly ain't against the rule as of right now, so let them rock. If y'all found a loophole and you started to win off of it, it is what it is. The Eagles found theirs. So, who's that? Mark Murphy, retiring executive vice president of football operations for the NFL or for the Packers. You weak as hell. And this is right on par for any Packers fans or the Packers in general who may support this, because low-key, this is a weak-ass, what's the name? But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show, 313-466-4386. Switching it up. I said switching it up. Got another topic for you if you don't mind. This is kind of crazy to me. After months of working to bring down the criminals responsible for a string of high-profile burglaries at celebrity athletes' homes, an FBI special agent is working with local police, and they discovered a key piece of evidence that will blow the entire investigation apart. A selfie. According to an unsealed federal criminal complaint filed against 7 Chilean men allegedly involved in the crime spree, investigators used cell phone records, GPS, and iCloud data to link the suspects to the theft of almost $3 million in luxury goods from professional athletes, later identified as NBA forward Bobby Portis and NFL quarterback Joe Burrow. Wow, that's unfortunate. I'm in 2 different states. Bobby Portis in Wisconsin, Joe Burrow in Ohio. I don't know how that works. But a selfie believed to have been taken shortly after several of the men allegedly stole a safe from the home of Milwaukee Bucks basketball player. It proved to be evidence authorities needed to connect the dots. Now look at these goofy dudes right here. One of them got their face blacked out. Not like that's going to even matter. Smiling, looking goofy. I didn't even know in South America or other countries, gang members and criminals and thieves did as much stupid stuff on social media as the criminals here in the United States. Get on social media and take a picture, not only smiling, but with the stuff that you stole. They smiling and posing with the stuff they stole. The stupid stuff, throwing up the peace sign. Oh my God, bro. Yeah, man, get these goofy dudes up out of here, man. Get them up out of here, man. I can't do this. That's crazy, man. It's unfortunate because I know how it feels to get your home broken into. My mom's home was broken into when she lived in Detroit. To no surprise, and the police didn't help. To no surprise. So yeah, man, anybody that's breaking in people's homes, stealing, not only stealing their personal property, but stealing their peace of mind. You know how hard it is to rest your head and feel like you chilling and you good and you safe in your own home where you pay bills when somebody broke into your house? If you never had that happen, you wouldn't know. So yes, not only did they steal this jewelry, which they can easily give back, they can give them time, they can make them pay restitution to give all the money back, pain and suffering. But then you still go back to your $1 million home like, yo, somebody broke in here, bro. I feel like anybody can break in at any time. I'm on edge now. I got to protect my family. I got to protect my personal property. So, hey, shout out to investigators. You really didn't have to do too much work. They took a damn selfie. But here they are. They got caught. They got arrested, man. Shout out to the investigators, the policemen's and women's for putting on that work, man, and getting them up out of there. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show, 313-466-4386. So we do have more topics we're going to float through, as a matter of fact. And, you know what, to actually be honest with you, we're going to switch it up to a whole different sport, as a matter of fact. So I want to talk about the NBA, and I want to talk about your favorite player right here, Joel Embiid. Let's talk about this guy, this character. The 76ers lost 105-103 to the Brooklyn Nets on Saturday night at the last second when Nic Claxton beat Paul George for an offensive rebound off Keon Johnson's missed three-pointer and tipped in the game-winning basket. Paul George was out-hustled for the rebound, failing to jump or even raise his hands in pursuit of the ball. The lack of effort cost the 76ers a potential win and dropped the record to 20-26, the fourth worst record in the Eastern Conference as of today, Monday, February 24th. Joel Embiid, where was he at this time? He was on the bench, sitting out the entire fourth quarter because Sixers head coach Nick Nurse believed that Gershon Yabusele was more effective at the center position in Saturday's game, basically their backup center. Embiid, who did not comment after the loss, started the game and finished with 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists in 31 minutes. The backup center, Yabusele, grabbed 8 rebounds in only 23 minutes. Already grabbed more rebounds than him in shorter amount of time. That's more efficient. I don't know what he did with assists and points. Way better than Embiid. But earlier this week, Joel Embiid acknowledged that his injured left knee isn't allowing him to play to his regular standard and implied that surgery may be necessary. He said, quote, "The way I was playing a year ago is not the way I'm playing right now. It sucks. I probably need to fix the problem and then I'll be back at that level. But it's hard to have trust when you're not yourself," end quote. So he says, I know I'm not the player I was a year ago. And I probably need to get the problem fixed. I probably need to fix the problem. No, you need to fix the problem, fam. I'm not even a fan of Joel Embiid. I'm a fan of the game from the stands of a sports fan. But, bro, I just want to see you on the court. You're talking about I should probably fix it, and then it'll get me back. First of all, you will never get back to the prime in Joel Embiid that you were. Being there, being available, the best ability, availability. You coming in every 5-6 games and playing and then not doing no back-to-backs, and then say I should probably get, man, listen. He's never going to get back. He says it's hard to have trust when you're not yourself. I think it's a mental. He's beating himself up mentally. He's going out the Ben Simmons way, if you ask me. He's going to end up going out, leaving the 76ers or getting traded, going out the Ben Simmons way. Chewed up and spit out, pause. You putting all that, you ain't consistent, you injured, you whining, you crying, you talking about it sucks, and I probably need to fix it. And then I'll be back at that level. So that means you need to take more time off to allegedly get. I feel like we wait for this every single year. Joel Embiid is injured. We got to wait for him to get better for the next season. Only for him to still play about half of that season. Joel Embiid, you are a huge disappointment, fam. And I like to say this for players like you in any sport who are consistently getting injured and cannot perform and cannot be at your best ability, which is availability. You not built for this, fam. Put the big stamp on them. Boom. Not built for this. Yes, you probably did well in college or whatever league underneath that to get you to the pros, and you did pretty well to get you an MVP or two or whatever. Cool. Other than that, that's the extent of your career. You're really not built for this. Your body just ain't built for this level and for what it's supposed to be doing as a professional athlete in the NBA. I mean, no disrespect when I say that. I'm just saying, you literally not built for this, and it's showing, fam. That's just what I think about Joel Embiid. Think the 76ers should get rid of him, and or he's just going ahead and retire, fam. Joel Embiid, get up out of here, bro. You ain't built for this. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show, 313-466-4386. Oh, man, give me a second. I do have another topic I want to talk about. Still in the NBA, still in basketball. This is health related, but this person actually has an excuse to be this person actually has a legit excuse to be injured, to be sick, whatever. It's Pop, man. Gregg Popovich. Excuse me, let me put this title up. Gregg Popovich, man, he's expected not to return for the rest of the season. San Antonio Spurs Hall of Fame coach Gregg Popovich is not expected to return this season, and his NBA future in general is uncertain as he recovers from a stroke that he suffered in November of 2024. League sources told ESPN Shams on Saturday. I'm not about to try to pronounce Shams' last name. The latest development provides more closure during what has turned into a difficult season for the San Antonio Spurs, which Thursday announced plans to shut down franchise superstar Victor Wembanyama after he was diagnosed with deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder. It's unfortunate, man. I don't wish no health problems on nobody, man. That's extremely unfortunate for Pop. I didn't even know he was really out like that. I know he had a health scare. I thought he just had that and was back. He one of them coaches that's just super old. I just feel like coaching is keeping him alive. Gregg Popovich. I feel like if he stopped coaching, we really need to be checking for his health. So, to be honest with you, if we got to get him in a wheelchair, get Gregg Popovich about there so he can last another 5-10 years. He stopped coaching, I give him 5 years max. And I even hate to say that. I'm just being funny. But, man, hey, rest up to Pop, man. Not a big fan of what he did with the San Antonio Spurs, beating my Pistons in early 2000 battles. Especially, I think it was 05. Was that 05 we went back to the finals and lost to them? I can't even remember. I can't even remember if we went to the finals. But it's just unfortunate, man, with Pop. I hate to see it. But, yeah, man, sit your country ass down, man. Stop coaching basketball. Because what you used to do to the Pistons, coaching the Spurs in the early 2000s, boy, I used to hate the Spurs, boy. They play like old-fashioned men just like him. But, yeah, when it comes to the health, dog, we don't want to play around with that. So, big ups to Pops, Gregg Popovich, legendary NBA coach. Hoping he gets a speedy recovery. And I'm actually hoping that he does return back to coaching basketball because the game is good with him. He's what the game's been missing. Let me know what you think, though. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show, 313-466-4386. Keeping one last topic about basketball. I want to talk about my Pistons first and foremost. 6-game winning streak. in the season so far. And it's all thanks to this man, Cade Cunningham. Shout out to the young bull, man. Cade Cunningham earned his first All-Star selection this year. Now seen as a potential All-NBA third team member with strong performances bolstering his case. Like I said, Pistons are on currently a 6-game win streak, secured a thrilling 148-143 win over Atlanta Hawks, marking their 6th consecutive victory, their longest streak in 10 years, since 2014-2015. Cade Cunningham recorded 38 points, 12 assists, and 7 rebounds. Woo! That boy went 57 for points, rebounds, and assists, shooting 7 for 10 from the 3, which gave the Pistons the win, man. Everybody giving them praise. Dennis Schroeder is showing them a lot of respect. Jalen Duren doing his thing, even in the last couple games. Strong playmaking and rebounding, continuing his streak of impactful performances. And Detroit is currently 6th in the Eastern Conference. So we are in the playoffs as of right now with about 30 games left in the season. We are in the not play-in tournament, not fighting to get in the play-in. We are in the playoffs, bro. A young, thriving team. Shout out to JB Bickerstaff. Getting the squad together. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. Don't look now. But Pistons in the playoffs, possibly. We're going to be seeing some playoffs at Little Caesars Arena. I think for the first time ever since Little Caesars Arena. I know we've been in a drought for a minute, but yo, that'd be crazy. Shout out to the Pistons, bro. Just wanted to put that out there. My Pistons are doing very well after being the worst, if not the second worst team in the NBA last season, 2023-2024 season. With the worst record in franchise history. Now they over 500 with like 32 wins and 25, 26 losses. So actually be accurate with that. Yep, 32 wins, 26 losses as of right now, Monday, February 24th. Just beating the Clippers today. They beat the Clippers about an hour ago. Shout out to the Pistons beating the Clippers now, 32-26 in the season. Is that 7 in a row now? That might have been 7 in a row for the Pistons. I don't know. I could be talking out of my head, but I think that's 7 straight. That's 7 in a row for the Pistons. Hola! Don't look now. I just had to put that out there. Shout out to the Pistons, man. Anybody following the Pistons, that's where we at with it. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Or call into the show, 313-466-4386. We going to have to get up out of here. There is just, like 2 more topics I really want to talk about, if you don't mind. Give me two more topics, and I'm going to let you go if you don't mind. This is all sports. We switching it up to new sports, though. Not a new sport, but this topic right here is a sport that we don't talk about too often. The MLB, the Yankees, New York Yankees dropped their ban on beards on Friday, February 21st, 49 years after it was imposed by owner George Steinbrenner. Current owner Hal Steinbrenner, son of the boss, announced the change on Friday, February 21st, 2025, before the team's spring training opener. He said, quote, "In recent weeks, I have spoken to a large number of former and current Yankees, spanning several eras, to elicit their perspectives on our long-standing facial hair and grooming policy. These most recent conversations are an extension of ongoing internal dialogue that dates back several years. Ultimately, the final decision rests with me, and after great consideration, we will be amending our expectations to allow our players and uniform personnel to have well-grown beards moving forward. It is the appropriate time to move beyond the familiar comfort of our former policy." End quote. That's coming from Hal Steinbrenner, current owner of the New York Yankees and son of the original boss, George Steinbrenner. So he officially said players can wear beards now. Got to be well maintained, but I didn't even know till about maybe 5 to 7 years ago that the Yankees even had a beard ban. I didn't even watch. I've been watching baseball on and off, but I can't keep up with it like that. I don't keep up with it like that. But I recently did just notice, like 5, 7 years ago, like, yo, they don't have beards. They all are clean shaven. Then I found that out. And then I found out the Red Sox, I think they almost require you to have a beard. Not required, but they encourage beards. So it's just like some things that I noticed, some things that are part of cultures in baseball. And that's something that's unique in sports in general, professional sport. Certain franchises having certain cultures, and that's mainly dominant in baseball, to where all players pretty much have to abide by it if you're going to be on the squad. Now, baseball don't have no salary cap, so they just tossing out money like that anyway. So it's like, take this bread, shave your beard, you'll be all right. Do what you want when you retire or you get traded. I think it's pretty dope. Let them grow beards. Let them have long hair. Let them do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? They're getting paid millions of dollars, bro. But at the same time, you getting paid millions of dollars, you better do what the nigga tell you to do. I'm sorry for saying that. I just had to be real with it, man. Millions of dollars, bro. I'll cut my hair right now. Dreads are gone, son. You feel me? But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show. 313-466-4386. Last topic. This is actually an interesting story. And this is college basketball, by the way. College basketball. One-arm player makes history in women's Division III. When her high school basketball coach cut her from her team senior year, Bailey Cinnamon Daniel refused to let that rejection or the fact she was born with only one arm in her dream of playing the game that her childhood idol LeBron James made her fall in love with 15 years ago. That determination led the 22-year-old guard at Lesley University in Cambridge, Massachusetts, to become the first NCAA Division III women's basketball player with one arm to score a basket in a collegiate game, said her coach, Martin Rather. Said quote, she actually said, the basketball player, Bailey, she said, quote, I kind of just shot the ball with the anticipation I would have to go and get it back on a rebound. When the shot actually went in, I was so surprised, end quote. Okay. Can I just say this? I just want to say this to start off. How are you surprised that you made a basket if you're on a basketball team? If you made the team, I'm going to assume maybe you earned a spot over somebody else who does actually have two arms. So I'd imagine you're probably better than them or have something better. She does have better work ethic. They say she's been to more individual practices than any other player on the squad. I get that. Show your work ethic, your determination, how hard you work, your hustle. Especially if you're missing something like an arm in basketball, I think that's pretty key. You missing an arm in soccer, I think you'd be all right. But you being surprised yourself that you made a basket in a game, you say you shot it up, basically thinking you're going to have to get the rebound. So I imagine what you do. You shot it up, you start running, then it went in. You probably was all happy. And I think they said they called a timeout, and then all the other players started giving her a high five and stuff. Like, bro, we applauding a fish for swimming? That's essentially what we just did. If you're a swimmer, you're supposed to swim. Or don't get in the pool. You're a tennis player, play tennis with a racket and a ball, or get your ass off the court. You're a basketball player, dribble and shoot the ball and make it, or get off the team, fam. So the fact, I want to say congratulations to her first and foremost. That's the serious part. Me joking around and having fun is like, fam, you shouldn't be surprised you made a basket if you're on a basketball team. That's the only thing that was corny to me. And I'm giving her this heat only because I'm pretty sure she wants to be treated like a normal person. And I'll give this heat to anybody. I don't care if you had 3 arms. If you're happy and surprised, if you're surprised you made a basket and you're not 7 years old, come on, fam. I don't care if you have no arms. If you made the basketball team, I'm assuming you can at least make a basket or some throw a hoop. I don't know. Anyway, shout out to Bailey Cinnamon Daniel for making that basket, making history. Black history at that. Black woman. Women's History Month coming up in March. Black History Month in February. Look at that nice little thing we got going on right there. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. I do have one last topic. I just saw this. I do want to go over this before I officially get up out of here. One last topic I want to talk about, and this is interesting to me as well, because I don't necessarily keep up with this like that, but college football, specifically Texas college football's annual rite of spring may be withering. Texas became the latest major program Thursday, February 20th, 2025, to ditch or change its annual spring scrimmage that has been a long staple for fans eager to see rising stars and get a peek into the upcoming season. Coach Steve Sarkisian announced there would be no orange and white scrimmage this year, citing the wear and tear of playing 30 games over the last 2 seasons when Texas twice advanced to the college football playoffs. He said, quote, "We're not going to have a spring game." He went on to say, "It's time to find a new way to develop players and preserve their bodies amid longer schedules." At Ohio State, which beat Texas in the college football playoff semifinals on his way to the national championship, Coach Ryan Day recently said the Buckeyes will have a spring showcase instead of the traditional scrimmage game. But he also didn't give that many details as to what the heck a spring showcase is. He did note some of the same wear and tear concerns that Steve Sarkisian did. Nebraska coach Matt Rule said earlier this month his program would likely not have a spring game because he did not want to give other programs an easy chance to evaluate and poach his players through the transfer portal, which may have them enticing them through NIL payments. Southern California also considered dropping its spring game. We have at least 4 or 5 different teams, coaches, programs, and major programs who are saying we're either not going to do this spring game, spring scrimmage, or we're going to just switch it up and call it a spring showcase. What the heck is a spring showcase? Bro, it's not like it's an actual game. Y'all talking about wear and tear over 30 games? Y'all are athletes. You're supposed to be built for this. And if not, admit you're not built for it. Now, I get it. I'm not a professional athlete. I'm not a collegiate athlete. I was barely a high school athlete. With that being said, I probably don't know what I'm talking about. But what I will say is, I don't think stopping your practices or practicing less is going to help you with conditioning. I think this type of game and or scrimmage is meant to help you with conditioning. What better way to prepare for a game than to play a game? Practice, you don't go at the same rate that you do at a game. A scrimmage or a game would kind of help that. You cutting practices or scrimmages for those real life situations your players will be in is not helping, fam. It's not helping. We used to think it was the athletes being soft. Apparently it's the head coaches in the programs being scared too, saying I don't want to. Matt Rule for Nebraska said, I don't want to play a spring game because I don't want to showcase my players in case other teams see them and might want to recruit them and give them a more lucrative NIL deal. Use the HAN, fam. All the way, Matt Rule. Like that, y'all starting to be super scary about stuff. If the players' bodies don't make it through, they get seriously injured through a regular football play or regular football, it is what it is. That means they ain't built for it. Or if they recover, then they get back, that's the game. But as a fan from the stands, I want to see it all. I don't want to see you rescinding on practices or games because you feel like it's too much wear and tear. Then maybe you need to chill out at practice then. Maybe the only practice should be a game. And these scrimmages. Maybe you need to tone down the practice. If you think you contribute to wear and tear too, coach. You contribute to that too. So I think coaches, programs, teams deciding to back out of the spring game, which I don't even care about a spring game. But the fact that y'all have these BS excuses behind it, I can't get with it. I don't respect it. And that's just what I think. Let me know what you think though. Are you okay with colleges and major programs canceling or changing their spring game or scrimmage because of to preserve the wear and tear of the players? Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show 313-466-4386. Sliding our way up out of here. do me a favor if you got this point in the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, the alert, so you know when we going live also. I might pop up on you at any time. Just want to do some quick updates in regards to some sports. Trying to get on here a little bit more consistently, more frequently, even if it's just for a couple minutes. You feel what I'm saying? So talk to me, man. Don't talk at me. Just go off in the live chat in the comments. Watch the show over. Leave some comments. I will respond also. Like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you got here already. And hit that like button and share. Other than that, peace to the Middle East. Appreciate you for being here. We out.